Okay. Good evening. I'd like to call the March 18th, 2021 voting session to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty
and justice for all.
Jane, will you please call roll?
Present.
Mr. Bloom,
Here.
Mr. King,
Here.
Mr. Moab,
Here.
Mr. O'Neill,
Here.
Mr. Ross,
Here.
Dr. Eunice,
You.
Mr. Zaritsky,
Here.
Ms. Del Castro.
Here. Mr. Hellesey.
Yes, the board met for approximately 20 minutes prior to this meeting, beginning at 6:40 to discuss pertaining to personnel issues and receive legal information from the solicitor.
Okay. And as of right now, there are no public comments.
Correct.
So, moving on to approve the voting session minutes from February 18th, 2021, and that would be found on attachment A.
So moved.
Okay, second. Mr. Moad, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. King, treasurer's report.
Following bills and reports are submitted for approval. A, pay bills. Number one, confirm the February 2021 general fund payments in the amount of $3,292,287.27. Attachment B. Number two, confirm the February 2021 cafeteria fund payments in the amount of $38,197.52. Attachment C. B. One, to approve the February 2021 Berkheimer report. Attachment D. I'll make that motion.
Okay, second. Mr. Zaritsky, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. There is nothing under board policies or negotiations. So we're over to you, Mr. Ross.
Number one, to approve, confirm the release time, staff development request. Conference is Foundations of Reading, BVIU virtual. The individuals would be Belkufine, Forney, and Waltman. The dates are 3/10 and to 3/24, 3/10 and 3/24, 2021. So moved.
Okay, second. Mr. Ambrose, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And we're back to you, Mr. King, with athletics.
Number one, to approve the following spring coaching positions and stipends pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. What I'm going to do is, the left column is the
Sport and the coaches.
sport.
And the coaches.
The sport, the middle is their position, and the right column is their stipend. Baseball is J.C. Brandhoover, head junior high coach. Track and field is John Super, assistant varsity. Middle school is to be determined. Swimming, middle school swimming is to be determined. And we have a discussion on J.C. Brandhoover was approved as a volunteer in February. However, he is moving to the paid head junior high coach position, and Ryan McLean is moving to the volunteer position. Make that motion.
And before you vote, please, I know you have a motion. Jason Miller will be added as a volunteer assistant at no pay under the track and field group. I have Mr. King.
All right, so Mr. King made the motion, second.
So moved.
Mr. Zaritsky, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Quick reminder, exit interviews were held with the winter coaches I believe Mr. Sircone put a summary out to members of the board. We can discuss as a committee in the future here, some of the things that came out of those meetings. And then I'm going to assume, Mr. King, that the committee is going to be recommending and for the next meeting, they're going to be recommending retaining the coaches.
Yeah. We'll get to Sam and get a meeting set up with the committee.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
So there's nothing under extracurricular. So we are with you, Mr. Zaritsky, with building and grounds.
Okay, number one, we're looking to approve and confirm the following building usage request pending final approval from the superintendent regarding the review of the organization's health and safety plan as well as liability waiver sign-offs. And it's for the high school wellness center organization date, and the purpose is there. Looking for a motion and then basically turning it over to Dr. Perry to make sure all the paperwork was in place.
So George is the motion.
George and Mr. Moat seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
One thing under building grounds, Isabel Castro, I don't want to say March, but potentially in April, I'd like to schedule a committee meeting to take a look at our summer work and what we're looking for. Do any potential capital projects. If the committee's open, we'll maybe finalize something after the April meeting.
I can work on you with I can work with you on some dates.
Okay.
I'll get a hold of you.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're going to move to personnel items. Number one, to approve an FMLA request for a middle school teacher from February 16th, 2021 through June 4th, 2021. Number two, to approve Ray Malone as a full-time custodian at the rate of $14.50 an hour in accordance with the CVSD agreement, effective March 19th, 2021, pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. And number three is to approve an extension of an FMLA for a high school teacher from February 23rd, 2021 through June 4th, 2021. And I so move that. And can I have a second? Mr. Moad,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And Mr. Ambrose, you with finance.
Number one, to approve the adoption of resolution 2020-06, the 2021-2022 Beaver Valley Intermediate Units General Operating Budget, which totals $1,490,231. It's on attachment E. I make a motion.
Okay, Mr. Zaritsky seconds. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. And so we'll start with you, Dr. Perry.
I have nothing. How's that?
Okay, so I'm going to change things up here instead of going around. Does any board member have anything to say? Yes, Mr. Zaritsky.
I just want to thank the administration and everything for the flowers and everything, and board members for all the good wishes and things. For the welcoming of our third son and everything. Everything's going very well, and very nice gesture. Myself with my family and everything, appreciate it.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Anyone else? Oh, okay. With that saying,
There's no public
oh,
comment.
no public comments. All right. With that, I will take a motion to adjourn. Mr. Ambrose, second. Mr. Moat, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Meeting adjourned.